Hi everybody, Shane here, not at the Brick House, back again with another video. A lot of my subscribers over the last several months have asked me to show my collection that I purchased last year, and so today I'm going to give you a peek at a part of my collection. So I keep my collection in a storage room at an undisclosed location. I'm not going to tell you where it is. I don't usually keep a lot of sets in my home, so let's go inside and take a look. So come in, I'm going to show you some of the sets that I have. Most of these sets I purchased last year at discount for investment purposes. Some I've collected to put together. As you see right here, I've just purchased this new shelf. These are all of the sailboats that I got as a free promotional. There are 2, 4, 6, there are 12 of them here. I've given a few away. On the shelf below are all of the Speed Champions from 2 years ago. These are the Chevy Camaros, the race car, which I think is going to do really well. There are a few Porsches and just a few Siennas. I didn't love this set, but I wanted to add them to my collection, so I bought about 4 or 5 of these. However, I have at least 15 or 20 of the Chevrolet Camaros and about 10 or 15 of the Porsches. If you go to the next shelf, you'll see 4 architecture sets. 3 are the Empire State Building and 1 is the Statue of Liberty. The Empire State Building has retired, but I still see Amazon has quite a few. I might pick up 1 or 2 more. These were my kind of contrarian investor for architecture. I am probably going to begin staying away from the architecture sets. These are the Dodge Speed Champions that retired about a year ago. These are already doubling in value. And then you'll see I have the Jaguar. They were my 3rd pick for the set that was just retiring behind the Lamborghini and the Ferrari, and that's because this is the first Speed Champion with an all-electric vehicle in both, and in 5-10 years when the majority of vehicles being produced are electric, I think this might be a collector's edition in the long term. And so over here you'll see that I have the Trafalgar Square. I have about 15 or 20 of these. I like this set. I think the Capitol Building and the White House are going to do really well as well. And then at the bottom you'll see that I have some Ducatis. I have 4 of them. I like the set. I didn't love it. It started growing on me after a while. So I bought 2 and then I bought 2 more thinking it was going to retire. Lego actually did not retire it this year. It's supposed to retire in 2022. So I have these 4. It wasn't too much of a big deal to hold on to them. I may buy 1 or 2 more. We'll see. Next to that are some bonsai trees. These are not going to retire for at least 2 years, but I use them for alt builds. Many of you may have seen my medieval stable that I used, the medieval blacksmith set and the bonsai. I've built one of these in my home on display. I think it's one of the greatest sets. It was one of my top 5 of last year next to the blacksmith and the Ninjago Gardens. I'm going to give those out as gifts. If you move over, you'll see there are 4 Lamborghini Speed Champions. They're $50. I get them for $40. They're going to double or triple in value. They're easy to ship. They don't cost a lot. They're lightweight. And so that's going to be one of my big sellers in the next 2-3 years. Over up here, as you move to the next shelf, you'll begin to see some gingerbread houses. But up here I have 2 gingerbread houses, and I have 5 of the London buses. I love this set. I plan on putting it together. I don't think it's going to do tremendous in the aftermarket. I just think it's a cool, unique set. And there are going to be people who want this set. You see I have 5. 1's definitely going to stay in my collection. 1 I'm going to build, and 3 I'm probably going to resell. Then below it, as you can see, there are a lot of gingerbread houses. In fact, there are 3 shelves worth of gingerbread houses. I think, like I said, I have 40 or 50 sets. I think this set's easily going to double in value for next year in the 4th quarter. Now, what do I mean by the 4th quarter? Businesses work on 4 quarters, 3 months in each quarter. And the 4th quarter usually begins in September, so it goes from September 1st to December 31st. And the reason it's called the 4th quarter is because it's the last quarter of the year, but I call it the 4th quarter because that's when the holiday season comes around, and that's when people are most willing to spend a lot of money on Christmas gifts, holiday gifts, Hanukkah gifts, and the like. This is when I usually sell my sets, is the 4th quarter. I have no plans on selling most of these sets this year. I'm going to hold on to them for at least 2 or 3 years because a lot of people are selling Lego now, and I want to make sure that I see the maximum price. My goal is to probably sell half of these this year, probably 20 sets, to use those proceeds to buy all the new retiring sets in 2022. Down here, you see I have the Spring Lantern Festival. I think this set is fantastic. I think it will do well with a certain type of audience. I have 3 of them. I should have purchased more, but I didn't. And then over here, you'll see some more Speed Champions. These are the Ferrari Tributo. These are my second pick next to the Lamborghini Dual Pack. I do have the Charles Dickens and some other sets back here. And then up here, if you go all the way to the top, you'll see that I have 3 corner garages. One is a little mangled. This was the last one at the Lego store in December. I couldn't pass it up even though the box was a little messed up, but I had to buy it. And these are 2. I really should have bought more. Now, I'll tell you that the modulars just always do terrific. They always seem to double in price. I missed out on the Downtown Diner. I actually just bought one online on eBay because I wanted to add it to my collection. And I will be showing you some videos of some retired modulars that I plan on buying on eBay. I think this year the bookstore is going to retire. Assembly Square is the 15-year anniversary, so it's going to stay around for quite some time. But the bookstore is going to retire, and at $179, I can see it becoming discounted at Walmart and Amazon. And when I see that discounted, I'm going to buy at least 10 or 15 of them because the modulars are just so popular, and I think it's easy money. So now if you come over here, I believe these are 2 Darth Vader castles. I bought 2 or 3 castles right before they retired. Amazon is now selling them for $129. They must have hundreds of them because I bought 5 more. They're sitting in my house, and I'll show them to you at my next Lego haul in the next few days. Down here is a Ninjago set. I had it shipped to me and it popped open. This is the tape I used to hold it back together. So this is not an investment set. This was probably one of my top 3 sets of 2021. I've heard rumors that this set is going to retire this year. I'm not quite sure, but if it does retire at $299, if I see it on sale at any time, I'm going to buy 5 or 10 of these because there are some big Ninjago sets that cost $200 retail that are selling for $700, $800, $900, and this set is absolutely phenomenal, and it will do that as well. So if this does retire this year, this shelf is going to be full of Ninjago City Gardens. Here are my Bugatti Chirons. I got burned on this one, I got to admit. I had 1. I then bought 2 because I thought they were retiring. I got these 2 at a huge discount. In fact, I got all of these for about $60 off retail. They were going to retire, but as you know, Lego didn't retire them because the set that they were going to build, the automobile that it's modeled after, was delayed. Its release was delayed from 2022 to 2023. And that set is, as everyone knows now, is either the Ferrari Le Mans, which is an all-electric supercar or a hypercar, or some think it's the other all-electric Ferrari. So right here, these 6 sets, if you can see, are the 20th anniversary of the Slave One. Now these retired, these are $119. They retired, and as you know, the new Slave One is actually called Boba Fett's Starship because Disney took the word slave out. So this was $119 retail. It shot up to almost $300 once the new set came out and was renamed. It's come back down a bit. Now it's about $220, so it's almost doubled in value, and this retired in 2020. I did not buy these in 2020. I bought these this past summer at Kohl's. I got up around 4 in the morning and I was looking, and they were updating their inventory, and all 6 of these sets came out and they were on clearance for $89, and I did a double take because I couldn't believe it. I bought these sets 6 months after they retired for $89 each. They're now worth $220, and I'm going to let my viewers in on a little secret. I plan on giving one of these sets away for my 2,000 sub giveaway. If all of you watching hit the like and subscribe button, the faster I get to 2,000 subs, once I get there, I'm going to give this set away as my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. After that, I have Kylo Ren Shuttle. I was going to buy a few of those. I ended up only buying 1 because I couldn't find them, and I really wanted to get Darth Vader's castle because I thought that was the best retiring Star Wars set. I have I have this Razor Crest that's to build. This isn't going to retire anytime soon. I think it's 2 years from now because it's one of the best sellers. Once it does retire, I'll definitely buy quite a few. Here are some more of the Darth Vader castles. And then over here I have the NASA Discovery Space Shuttle, which I'm going to build. I have 2 Destiny Bounties. I have the A-Wing UCS set, which I think is beautiful. A lot of people say it was not as popular as some UCS sets. It was $199. I got it on sale for $140 or $150. It's already selling for $300, or people are asking $300 for it, and I think it's beautiful. I'm probably going to keep one in my collection and maybe build one. I might not even resell these. These are 2 sets for a giveaway that I had. I'm probably going to give them away again. Here's the Mustang. Here are some creator sets, the Aston Martin that retired. One of my boxes was mangled, so I just bought another one. I have 1 Harley Davidson. I didn't love the set because it didn't have any chrome on it, but I had to have one for my collection. Here's a few more gingerbread houses. I then have the Stranger Things. Many of you saw my haul a few weeks ago when I didn't love this show, but it was a popular niche show, and so I wanted to have it for my collection because it was a unique set. So I have 2 of those. Down here you'll see I have 2 assembly squares. One of these I plan on putting together. I don't know why I have the other one, to be honest with you. I have 2 roller coasters. I had no intentions of buying any roller coasters because it was just so huge and so expensive. I saw it on discount, so I had to buy one. And then I saw another one even more heavily discounted, so I had to buy another one. It's a set that's so unique, you have to have it in your collection, and it's already selling for almost $500-600. Some of the smaller sets, when I do resell them, I'll sell them most likely on eBay. Most of you will never sell on Amazon. I'm going to have a video explaining why it's nearly impossible to sell Lego sets on Amazon. It's a gated product. You can risk losing your entire collection. So most of you will never sell on Amazon. You'll sell on eBay or Bricklink, and that's totally fine. But what I want to do for these bigger sets is to avoid shipping costs and to avoid all the fees you have to pay. I plan on going to fairs and setting up a table, because you can set up a table at a Lego fair for $300 to $500 for the weekend, and you can liquidate a lot of sets because everyone there is a Lego fan. You don't have to charge them tax, and they don't have to pay shipping. So for these big sets that you see I have, these are the things I plan on selling at fairs so I can see the maximum price. And I get to go to a Lego fair, so it's a win-win. So most of these racks I've owned before. These 3 black racks I've had in my house. Obviously this is a business and you want to keep your costs as low as possible. I like the black racks because they're low cost, they're lightweight. You can adjust the heights of the shelves, which is super important with Legos. Some solid shelves have fixed shelving, which makes it difficult to stack them correctly, and I want to maximize my space. But you'll notice that I have cardboard on these rails, and the reason I do that is because when you have a heavy set like this, it rests on this rack and then the end, and you might get a little shelf wear on this box. And to avoid that, I put the cardboard here so that the weight is evenly dispersed. So if you notice, for the heavier sets, I always put cardboard across it to limit the damage to the boxes. Up here I have 2 medieval blacksmiths. I have 2 Porsche sets. These are the Technics. These, I told you in a video, weren't going to retire this year, because if they did, they would have been my #1 Technic set. I was right on that. I think this set will retire this year, and this is a set I could see myself buying another 5 to 10, because at $149, they're routinely $30-40 off, so you can get them for $120, even $110. And this is a set that's in that kind of sweet spot price range where it's going to double in value and you can easily double your money. These are all my Lamborghini Speed Champion. You've seen me do several hauls, and I always have Lego Speed Champion I always have Lego Speed Champion Lamborghinis. Here they are, proof that I wasn't just recycling them, I actually was buying them. These are all the new astronomy towers I plan to do some alt builds with and do some giveaways. Here are the Creator 3-in-1s. This is the pirate ship. I really love this and I was going to put it together, I just haven't had time. These are the castles that I was going to do another alt build with 2 of these. Once again, I just didn't have the time to do it. And here are some tree houses. This is one of my favorite Lego Ideas sets next to the old fishing store. I think this set's incredible. I'm going to put one together, one for my collection. I don't know why I bought the other 2. Maybe I thought it was retiring and it didn't. I think this set will finally retire this year. This is another set that I can see myself buying another 5 of, because this thing is just going to be a huge collector's item. One of my favorite buys, and so glad that I did, is this Disney train set. I bought all of these sets either on discount or at Lego when they were offering double VIP points and a promotion, so I could lower the cost. Disney sets are rarely put on sale. They're always at the recommended retail price, or the RRP. I now see people asking $550, almost $600 for these. Down here is another one of my favorite investments. That's the Barracuda Bay. This is another one that I think is going to be absolutely incredible. You see I have 6 of them. I had 2. I lucked out and found 2 more. One of my subscribers, I think Cardfolio, emailed me on a Sunday saying Target had 1 or 2 more. I bought another one, so hat tip to Cardfolio again. They had about 7 or 8. I just didn't have the money, or wasn't really sure I wanted to pull the trigger on a lot more because it was unclear if they were retiring. I think they are clearly retired now. I'm glad I have 6. Had I been more sure, I would have bought even more. But this is another one of my favorite sets. And then finally, you see I have these 3 Defenders. I just put one together and did an alt build of a Wrangler. I bought all of these sets last year. The retail price of them, I think, is probably somewhere around $24,000, $25,000. I got them for right around $20,000, so that's about 20. I averaged about a 20-25% discount on the sets. And what is it worth now? Looking at prices that people are asking, because remember, this is just a commodity. This is not money. This is money sitting on a shelf, and it doesn't become money in my pocket until I sell them. And there's always a buyer and a seller, and they have to meet at a price. So I don't look at what people ask for things on eBay. I look at what the last set was sold, and I usually look at auctions because that's a price someone is willing to pay. I might want to sell this set right here for $300, but if there's a buyer who only wants to pay $265, then the value of this set is $265. So with that said, I've looked at all of these sets that are retired and what they're selling for, and currently there's about $42,000, $43,000 worth of sets. So all in, these sets together have nearly doubled in value. Some obviously more than others, and as the months and years go by, I think they will probably go to 150% maybe even 200, although that might be a stretch. So to invest $20,000 to have it now worth $40 and going towards $50,000 or $60,000, that's a nice investment in 1 year. If you bought a stock for 20 grand and a year later it was worth 40, you'd be a happy camper. As I said, this is about 60-70% of my collection. I have some collector sets and some other haul sets in another location that I'm going to be using for some videos, and then I'll be filling up the rest of these shelves with those sets. That's my video for today. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.